All right, we've talked about democratizing this automated trading and getting it to the masses. Something you want to talk about a lot is actually owning the stack and the fact that you guys build the infrastructure and it gives you performance over everything. How important is it that you do that? Because a lot of people see models out there that don't actually own their stack.
Owning your own infrastructure is probably the most important thing. It's like your engine, your car. We don't just own our stack. We actually did all the architecture ourselves. One of the most prolific server people, if you will, in the world has become our CIO. I think somewhat of a legacy type project for him. And he did our architecture and got us the infrastructure. So if you were to run our infrastructure, it would be, anything compatible would be minimum $14-15 million a year. Think about renting a sports car versus owning it. We need to spend $2,000-3,000 a month or $2,000-3,000 a day. It's pretty much the same types of economics.
And also, what's in there and you can verify it and control it, as opposed to renting someone else's model and you don't really know what's going on there.
Well, yeah, someone, renting it, they could literally shut you down because you pull too much data or whatever. Ours, we are in complete control. We have our own, all of our own servers. We own our own Solana nodes. We own everything internally. We can literally put our hands physically on our servers and touch some of our exchange partners. So we are literally that close. And we have lots of, OG infrastructure guys who have been doing this for some of the biggest name like Dropbox, Call of Duty, these types of guys, running our systems, making sure everything is Polygon as smooth as possible and making sure, because that, your engine needs to work.
Yeah. Talk to me about, you use that because you don't charge users up front, right?
Yeah.
So people can just jump in and start using that. You don't actually charge for your model.
Hey, I know investing in crypto is scary. It takes a real leap of faith because there are so many scams, rug pulls, and bad actors out there. It's a dangerous business, which is why 95% of people lose all their money. Well, that's why I created the London Real Investment Club, so you can access the hottest deals on the planet and use the crypto bull market to create the generational wealth that you deserve. Join my team of over 100 people from around the world that are making millions of dollars behind the scenes investing in blockchain, AI, Web3 games, DeFi, Bitcoin, and more. Don't miss out. Click the link below to book a call with one of my team now. But hurry, this bull market will end soon.
I know investing in crypto can be scary. That's why you gotta join the investment club. Pull the trigger. Let's do this.
No, that was one of the biggest barriers I had. And, if you're trading with, with a company, who cares if there's like $2,000, $3,000, $4,000 a month for a terminal like Bloomberg or whatever.
Yeah.
But for something that's like, prosumer, retail, whatever, this is an institutional grade product, but retail friendly. So anyone can use it. I thought having those types of fees like most of our competitors does is such a barrier. So since we own all of our infrastructure, we charge zero fees to the users. So whether it's, to build any type of model, we make money on the back end. We're not really concerned with charging them. We just want them to trade and do well. We're trying to democratize the industry.
It's powerful, man. It's powerful because a lot of people won't jump in when there's an upfront cost. And then they won't play with your model and they won't see how valuable it is. And the freemiums are okay for a while, but yeah, very big, smart move. You talk about transparency, where a lot of places, if you come in, you're kind of pushed into using their parts of their model or these systems. But for you, you want everything to be visible. People can drill down, they can see the data, they can see everything you want to do. Just talk about how important that is.
I think transparency, one of the biggest issues in this market. For instance, if you're copy trading, there's a lot of people, and I'm sure any crypto person seen this on Twitter, Telegram, Discord, you name it, a guy that's made like 6,000% in a month, but he's charging $30, $200, whatever it is per month for his course. It doesn't really make sense. If you're getting these types of returns, why are you even telling anyone about it?
Yeah.
So, for copy trading, all of our stuff is basically internally audited for everyone to be safe. Transparency wise, we make everything super easy. So a lot of competitors, you want to add a MACD or a Bollinger or RSI, you add a Bollinger RSI MACD. With ours, you can literally break out any of the data, so you can change the periods, the amount of times it repeats over these periods, whatever you want, and you can customize any data piece, which is really, I think, one of the most unique things about it is everything is completely customized. So that's why everyone who's using it has the opportunity to generate alpha. Versus some competitors, everyone's doing the same strategy. Eventually, you have diminishing alpha.
To continue watching the rest of the episode for free, visit our website londonreal.tv or click the link in the description below.